Tonight I will make a delicious and very simple risotto. Risotto with Amarone. Amarone is a quite heavy, woody red wine, Valpolicella grape. You can try with different wine, like any Cabernet Sauvignon will do. So the ingredients, as usual, give you the quantities for one person. So 100 grams of risotto. We will do a carnaroli for this type of preparation. And half a glass of Amarone. There you go, this Amarone. Then you will do the usual vegetable broth. So remember, the ratio is always 4 times the weight of rice in broth. So if you do 100 grams of rice, 400 ml of broth. And 1 onion. And then for mantecatura, a bit of parmesan, and 30 grams of parmesan, 10 grams of butter. Let's see. So now the onions, see how thin they are. So we will put them into this little pot and we will stew them with a bit of the broth. Like for every risotto, step 1, we toast. You just put the rice without any fat in the pan, and normally you touch when you feel the heat or you smell the baked bread, you know it's done. Okay, separately, this is a very different risotto. Instead of stewing the onion with the butter at the beginning and then add the rice, we toast the rice, and separately we stew the onion into some broth. We're using vegetable broth, and the reason is we want to limit the amount of fat so they don't override the Amarone, which is the king ingredient of this plate. So to stew, lid on, steam, get to work. Okay, the toasting is done. And now we set the rice aside. Okay, so the onion is getting nicely stewed. Okay, the stewing is done. Now we will first pour the stewed onion. There you go. Okay, so now the rice is mixing with the onion, and I start immediately with the broth. Keep the broth hot and leave the risotto always wet. Not too much, not to soak it. So the rice is cooked 3/4 of the way. So now what we do, we pour the Amarone. Amarone is cold, so we pour it slowly so that it doesn't bring down the temperature of the wine. I will increase slightly the temperature so it can absorb the wine. Normally in risotto, the wine goes at the very beginning when you toast the rice on the onion. But this is a very special risotto because the wine is the king. We leave it at the end so the flavor is preserved. And I keep adding more. Okay, so I gradually added the wine. Kept the temperature high, and now we let it evaporate. It is like additional broth, basically. Okay, so now the risotto clearly is drying up. The temperature is now actually even a bit too high. We do the Honda. Okay, the risotto is ready. See, now we'll let him rest here. So we'll add first the parmesan. And then, little secret, the butter you put in the freezer and you add it super cold. The temperature difference between the rice and the butter makes the rice bloom. This is a tip from the great chef Cannavacciuolo, so I'll try. It smells unbelievable, guys. And here is the risotto all'amarone. Let's try. Let's see the reaction live. He has been paid for.
Very good.
Very good. Ok, buon appetito allora.